And I learned what is obvious to a child, that life is simply a collection of little lives, each lived one day at a time. That each day should be spent finding beauty in flowers and poetry and talking to animals. That a day spent with dreaming and sunsets and refreshing breezes cannot be bettered. But most of all, I learned that life is about sitting on benches next to ancient creeks with my hand on her knee, and sometimes on good days for falling in love. For me, simplicity has always been the ultimate sophistication. But unfortunately, I live in a world that celebrates big dreams, bold moves, and endless ambition. And it's easy to feel like you're falling behind if you don't have a grand plan. But what if the life you want doesn't come with a spotlight or applause? What if it's just quiet? You know, I've been thinking about how much pressure we put on ourselves to dream big. Everywhere you look, it's like the world is shouting at you. What's your 5-year plan? What's your passion? What's the next big thing you're working toward? It can be a lot. But there's the truth no one talks about enough. You don't have to. You don't have to have some grand, life-altering dream. You don't need to want to be the next big entrepreneur, or to travel to every corner of the earth, or to constantly push for more and more. Maybe your happiness comes from being present in the little things, the sound of rain on the roof, the warmth of a loved one's hug, the satisfaction of making something with your own hands. It's okay to just want a quiet life, to dream about peace instead of hustle, to crave connection with people who really see you instead of chasing validation from the world. It's okay if your goals aren't shiny and impressive to anyone but you. Maybe all you want is to wake up and feel good in your own skin. Maybe your idea of a good life is having slow mornings, laughing with people you love, or building something small but meaningful. That's not settling. That's knowing what matters to you. The world tries so hard to measure happiness by how big your ambitions are or how much you accomplish, but it doesn't work like that. Happiness doesn't care how impressive your life looks on the outside. It cares about how it feels to you. If you've been feeling like you're falling behind because your dreams don't seem big enough or worthy enough, let me tell you, that's a lie. Your life doesn't have to look like anyone else's to be meaningful. Your happiness doesn't have to fit into some mold of success. Your happiness and your worth aren't measured by how grand your ambitions are, but measured by how true you are to yourself. The greatest gift you can give to yourself this year is the permission to let go of the pressure to do more and to be more and to dream bigger. You're allowed to want less noise and more stillness. You're allowed to find joy in the ordinary. Because the beauty of life is not in its size, but in its depth. And let me tell you, there actually is freedom in embracing simplicity. It doesn't mean you lack ambition. It means you've chosen what matters most to you. It means you've chosen to live intentionally without chasing after things that don't bring you joy. That's not small, that's brave. And honestly, it's enough. You're enough, just as you are.